How many times you done sat here, cried, begged, pleaded with God, like you just can't give. You keep wanting to give up. You tired of everything coming up against you. You tired of being weighed down. You tired of everything not going your way. First of all, it wasn't according to your plan in the first place, right? So listen, God had led me to a scripture in the Bible, because I was in that moment too. Like, I was, this week I had stuff coming up against me, and I was just sitting there like, why, God? Like, I'm so sick of this. I'm so tired of this. And God, like, come on now, pull it together. Pull it together. So he led me to a passage in the Bible, Isaiah 53, starting at verse 7, right? So while we sit here complain about all this stuff that we got to endure, all this stuff that we got to go through, all this stuff that comes up against us, right? While we're complaining, right? Let me read you something. What happened with Jesus, okay? He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He was led as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before its shearers is silent. So he opened not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment, and who would declare his generation? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgressions of my people he was stricken. And they made his grave with the wicked, but with the rich at his death, because he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He has put him to grief. When you make his soul an offering for sin. Let me tell you something. Okay? Jesus took on all the trifling stuff that you done did behind closed doors. And, all the stuff that people probably just seen that you done did. But even the stuff that you done did behind closed doors, even the scamming, the plotting, the scheming, everything that you done did behind closed doors that you don't want nobody to know about, but you know what I'm saying? That's between you and God. Everything that you done did, Jesus took that on, and guess what? He didn't complain not one time. He didn't complain not one time. But yet, we complain when we got to go through these mediocre tests, these trials, these tribulations. It ain't nothing compared to what Jesus had to endure for us. For us. But yet we complain. So what I had to realize is I became grateful that I'm able to go through what I'm able to go through, because God knows that I'm able to endure and persevere through every tribulation that comes up against me, because he ain't never give me more than I can bear. He know what he put within me. So whatever comes up against my way, God allowed it, because he know that I'm going to knock it out the park. And you too. So don't get stuck on that trial, that tribulation, or that storm that you're in, because you can defeat it. You can conquer it. You're more than a conqueror. Don't believe the lies of the enemy. Don't believe the lies that he tell you, that he whisper to you in your ear. If it ain't what God says that you are, it ain't you. So, at the end of the day, stop the complaining. Count it all joy. And joy is going to come in the morning. Period.